Hey everyone, this is Ali Richardson, drummer for Bleed From Within and Sylosis, and you are listening to That Metal Interview podcast.
That Metal Interview.
Thank you for making time. Thank you for taking time to do this.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome. So, first of all, congrats on your nomination for Best UK Live Artist with Heavy Music Awards. Congrats on that.
Thank you very much, man. We pride ourselves on our live show. We put a lot of effort into that and staying on top of our instruments and trying to make the show as best as it can possibly be. So it's nice to be recognised in that category.
Right? How exciting is that? Wow. I mean, we all dream of things like that as kids, right? We form a band in the garage somewhere, and that's one of the dreams right there, to get recognized awards like that, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's I wouldn't say that I got into it just to get the award kind of thing, but it's very true. It's nice to be recognised when you've put in the hard work for years on end. When somebody sort of says, "Oh, you're up for this," then it's a nice nod for sure.
Right. So, as a kid, what song got you into rock metal? Who do you point at?
Fucking Hostile by Pantera.
Oh yeah.
That's the song that changed it all for me. That song, and then just taking a deep dive into Pantera and Vinny's playing. That's the reason that I am the drummer I am today.
Really? Wow. So that's the guy right there. Did you ever meet him, or did you meet him or see him live?
I did meet him. Yeah, I actually met him. It was after an award ceremony in London. Fucking, I can't remember how many years ago. This is probably 2013 or something like that. And he was standing. We went to this bar. It was a award ceremony at the O2 in London. We went to the after party, and he was just standing at this little bar talking to Rob Flynn. And I was just sitting waiting for my moment, and Rob Flynn went to the toilet, and I intercepted, and I went straight up to him and I showed him my CFH and was like, "Dude, you're the only reason I picked up the sticks." And he was like, "Thank you, brother," and gave me the high five. We got a picture together. Yeah, very cool.
Wow, very cool. So you heard fucking Hostile. Did you immediately tell your parents, you know what, I want a drum set? Or did you just become a fan?
Yeah, that was the moment for me. I'd been listening to Andrew WK, Sum 41, yep. A bit of Linkin Park and stuff like that. This is early 2000s, probably 2001 kind of time. And then, yeah, a friend of mine it was actually, I saw a guy I went to school with, I saw the patches on his bag, and there was a hash leaf Pantera one. I just thought it was a cool patch. It was at the time where you were trying to experiment with smoking fucking weed and all that shit, and I was like, that's a cool patch. I'll check them out when I get home, and I went back and downloaded. I had LimeWire at the time, I was downloading the songs. Ooh. So yeah, I downloaded the first song that came up. I think it was just called Hostile on LimeWire with a dodgy name, but I was like, I'm going to check this out. See what I think of it. And it was always the case that I would download something if I liked it, then I would go and buy an album, or sometimes you would just buy something for a cover. But for this, I downloaded Hostile as it was on LimeWire, and as soon as it started, it fucking blew me away. And that just opened up the door to heavier music all around, really. That was around the same kind of few months where I got into Lamb of God, Slipknot, and then just that new wave of American metal, really, Chimera, Killswitch, all that kind of shit from that point onwards.
Oh yeah, good stuff. So what's your opinion on the new Pantera lineup with Charlie and Zakk Wylde? What's your take on that?
I saw it, man. I was very fortunate to see it in Japan. Actually, Bleed From Within supported them at Loud Park in Japan 2 years ago, and I'd seen Damage Plan before, and I saw
Wow.
I saw Damage Plan and I saw Down, and I'd just never been able to see Pantera, and it's kind of the band that got me into this. So that first time in Japan was very special. But in all honesty, I saw it again at downloads last year, I think. Yeah, last year, and the novelty just kind of worn off for me. Two of the main reasons that I listen to the band aren't there. So respect to the guys. They're giving new and old fans something to, they're honouring the music, I guess. Uh, so credit to them there. But yeah, for me, I've got that one special moment in time. I got to headbang and shut my eyes and pretend like Vinny was there,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Wow.
That was it for me.
Wow. So something you said there real quick, something people might have missed there. You said you saw Damage Plan. Wow. That project didn't last very long. It's just one album, and you know what happened there. Wow, you're lucky enough to have seen that. Wow.
I was
Nice.
lucky enough to see him live, yeah.
Wow.
That was at Downloads 2005 or 2006, I think.
Before that, because Dimebag died in December of '04. Yeah.
Oh, I've all four. Aye, right enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't Damage Plan. It was Hell Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, okay. Same thing. It's still Vinnie Paul.
It was still Vinny. That's what I was thinking. I had Vinny in my head. I just thought Damage
Yeah.
Plan there. But you're right. I didn't get a chance to see Dime before he passed.
Hell yeah is just as good. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, there you go. So, right. So, what's a normal day for Ali? What's your normal day when you don't grab a pair of drumsticks or sit behind the set? What's your life like for fans that want to know that side of you?
Well, I manage the bands. That's my job. I manage both the bands I play in, so Bleed From Within and Sylosis. I'm their day-to-day manager. I work alongside Adam Foster at 5B Artist Management. So that's my job. It's the day job. So I'm kept very busy just organising stuff behind the scenes and making sure that everything runs as it's supposed to. At this point in time, I'm also tour managing both of the bands. So both bands are very busy. So I'm kept very busy between tours, planning, booking all the shit for the next tour. But yeah, outside of that, I go to the gym, keep myself fit and healthy. Obviously, I play drums in two bands, so fitness is a big part of my life. And yeah, when I'm home, I'd really enjoy just spending time with a girlfriend, man, and going for walks and taking it in, and honestly, just being away from heavy music as much as I can. Really, when I'm not immersed in it, because we're writing the music all the time. I'm playing it all the time. I'm working in it all the time. I listen to it all the time, just in a work capacity as well. So when I take some downtime, funk and soul is my shit. That's what I really enjoy listening to. So there's a really good playlist on Spotify called All Funked Up, and there's one called New Funk. So I usually get that on, go for a walk. I live on the south coast of England now. I'll go for a walk along the beach and listen to some funk and soul music, and that keeps me going.
So, how was this band formed, Ali? Whose idea was this, and where was this born?
It was born. It was born in Hamilton. So I mean, if you want to get really technical, I'm not the original member by about like 2 months. It was formed between our old guitarist and our singer Scott Kennedy, and they formed. And not many people know this, but a really good mate of mine, Scott Patterson, who sells merch for a bunch of bands now as well. I don't know if he'll ever see this, but it'd be pretty funny if he did. He was actually going to play drums, but he basically called me and he was like, "Do you just want to do this instead?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was drumming in another band at the time, but this was all in the space of like they started the band and it was a few weeks later that they asked me. So that was in 2005. Gundy got involved at that time as well, and then we had another guitar player, two other guitar players. Gunzy used to be on bass. In 2009, Gunzy moved on to guitar and we got Davey in on bass, or
Yep.
2008 probably. And then we had another lineup change on guitar. And then since 2015 or 16, I think Stephen got involved.
Yep.
And it's been the same ever since. And this lineup isn't going to change, this is the boys, But
So
yeah, 20 years
20,
there.
20 years of Bleed From Within, Ali. What's different now than back in '05, '06? What do you see different? I mean, the internet was around, so what else is different here? What do you see different?
Um, we are fucking old. No, we're not. I'm joking, but we was changed, man. I don't know. I still very much feel young at heart, in the sense that I still feel like we've got so much life left in us and as a band, and we're just getting started, kind of thing. So I think we have a lot of, I guess, the respect and trust for each other just kind of grows as we grow. I think we're in a really good position as a band. We always have been. No kind of major fallouts or anything like that. Not enough for anyone to fucking leave the band. With me, Gunsey, and Kennedy, and Davey, and now Stephen. Obviously, just we're a really good unit, man. So, what's changed in that time? It's hard to say. I think everyone's just grown up. Everyone's evolved into the people that we are today, and I think we've got, to some extent, we have each other to thank for that. We spend a lot of time together, and we have done over the last 10 plus years. Just with the amount that we've been touring. So,
Yeah,
we're better off because of one another. That's what I'll say.
it's difficult. I mean, for people that don't know about having a band, it's kind of like a marriage with 4 or 5 different guys, right? I mean, all due respect, it's been 20 years. What is the secret here to keeping everybody together? What do you? How do you keep the guys motivated, or what's the secret sauce here?
Honestly, I don't really know the answer to this question. I think it helps that we are, we're genuinely really good friends and we enjoy each other's company. I think that has a really large part to play, man. We are people who we would text to go for a beer or just go out. You know what I mean? Like go on a walk or fucking do whatever. We aren't just business associates so I think that has a lot to play in it. We genuinely enjoy spending time in each other's company. I think it'd be very hard to tour otherwise. But yeah, then in terms of like a creative process and stuff like that, we just have a lot of trust for each other now, and a lot of respect for people that are bringing stuff into the table, because songwriting can be quite a vulnerable process at times. So yeah, we respect each other's space and stuff like that. I think it's just, yeah, that's it, man. It's built on friendship, respect, and trust, I think, when it comes to bands. And we've got that in leaps and bounds now. So, yeah.
So speaking of writing new stuff, you guys have a new album dropping April 4th, Zenith. 11 tracks here, 7th album. How do you feel about this album? Are you, the dumb question is, are you proud of it? I'm sure you are. Are you excited for this album?
Nah. It's my favorite one, man. Just, are you excited? So you're like, nah, I'm a fuck. No, man, it's the best collection of songs, and what I mean by that is I've always felt like there's 1 or 2 filler tracks on the previous albums, but for me, this is start to finish the best music that we've put together. Some of my favorite music we've ever written. Track 1, A Violent Nature. I think it's just Violent Nature now. Track 1, Violent Nature, is, every other guy will say this as well. It's one of the best songs we've ever written. It's really aggressive, it's fast, it's heavy. It's just great fun. And then there's loads of melodic moments on the album that I love as well. The last track, Edge of Infinity, as well. Yeah, it is the album that I feel a massive sense of pride with this, more so than, say, Shrine. And that doesn't belittle Shrine. I was really happy and proud of that at the time as well, but the feeling is somewhat greater here. I can't really explain why. It just feels like a lot of work went into this. We changed up our formula. We have someone else mixing the album. We had some different artwork here. We put ourselves out there to change and grow and progress, and I think we've done that, so it just feels an extra bit more special.
So who kicks off the ball here when you guys are supposed to write new material? When the label calls you or somebody says, okay, let's start writing new material here, who's the first guy or a person with the first riff or lyric here? Is it yourself or somebody else?
No, I mean, my job is just to make sure they start, That's usually, my job is just whoosh, I crack the whip and get going. But yeah, it's Stephen and Gunsey are the main ones. It's usually Gunsey gets started first. And that's the songs come from the guitar players like that, and then a couple of riffs will start, and then I'll come in as the drummer and try and piece some bits together and do some demo stuff, and then lyrics come much later on. Sometimes Kennedy will have a vocal melody and they'll write a guitar riff around that, but 9 times out of 10, writing process will start with Gunsey just opening a Dropbox and being like, there's 10 riffs, the album starts now,
Nice. So do you sit there and listen to your older albums, Ali, before writing new? Is there anything fresh here?
Yeah, straight up, fresh as fuck. I mean, I'm still really enjoying listening to Zenith right now, but it's always the case of like, Gunsey doesn't start writing until the album's released. So probably on the 5th of April, he's going to start like putting some new riffs together. And I think I'll probably have a grace period of, it's always fun to listen to the album on the DSPs, like when it's released on Spotify and stuff. There's something special about just looking at it and going through with the canvases and stuff like that. So I'll probably have a listen through for that first. I'll give myself a couple of weeks, and then after that I'll just shelf it and it'll go away, and I probably won't touch it again until much later down the line, and then we just get started on the new material.
Do you warm up when you go into the studio? Do you warm up, or you want just to go in there and hammer it out?
Oh no, man, I'm getting old, mate. I'm getting old. I need to warm up. I need to get up. So yeah, I've got a bit of a routine with that. So I'll go in and play drums for a while before we start tracking. And for me, it's just about getting the heart rate up for drumming. So I'll jog up and down on the spot. I'll do star jumps. I've usually got a jump rope with me or whatever. So yeah, I'll do those kind of things just to get the heart rate up, get a little bit of a sweat on, and then at that point I know I can drum and fucking go hard on it and not pull any muscles,
Right. So is the drum set you use in the studio the same thing for the road, or is it these are different sets here?
I've got 3 drum kits at the moment with Yamaha drums. Shout out to Yamaha, favorite fucking company. I've been with them since 2010, so 15 years. And yeah, I've got a kit in Glasgow. It's a live custom, the oak shells, and then I've got a kit down here in Brighton, which is the hybrid oak, which is like the oak shells with like a sort of resin in the middle. And then over in the States, I've got a stage custom that I keep over there. They gifted me that kit as well, which is incredibly grateful for their support.
Wow.
And that's the one that just lives in the States, and that's the C. I call it the C rig, or US rig.
Well, so somewhere in the U.S. there is a storage or a building with bleed from within stuff.
A top secret location, yes.
Damn, I'm fishing for locations here.
Just kidding.
Right? That's cool how you see some people don't know that. Some people think you fly over with the whole drum set on your lap, No.
I mean, the guys, it's really just the drum kit. We leave some stuff over here. We've got, really boring shit. We've got like a box with like a kettle in it and like a toasty George Foreman kind of thing, and we've got like that kind of shit, like a kettlebell, some fitness stuff. We leave that over here. Then there's a drum kit with all the hardware and stuff like that, and some other little bits. But all the guys, guitars, all of our in-ear equipment, all the electrical stuff, we fly that over. So that comes over. It's about 17 cases or something we fly with.
Wow. So when are the rehearsals starting for this upcoming tour with you got a huge tour for those people who don't know. You got a tour with Bullet for My Valentine and Trivium, right? So when does that start, those rehearsals?
We actually just had our rehearsals like 2 days ago. At the end of this, next week, I fly out to start the tour with my other band, Sylosis. And at the halfway point, well, it's about 3 weeks with Sylosis, and then Bleed come over, Sylosis leave, and Bleed from Within join. So, but I'll be there the entire time. So, this week, was the rehearsals for the Bleed from Within set. So I went back to Glasgow and we practiced with the guys.
Wow. So who decides on the set list, Ali? Is it a democratic thing where the whole band pitches in ideas? Let's not do stuff from the first album. Let's do 4 songs from the new one.
Yeah, it's a democratic process. Well, we do everything in Bleed is like a voting process. Sometimes that can be very frustrating, but there's 5 members, which means it always has to go one way. So we do everything by a vote. And yeah, set lists always a collaborative effort. Sometimes, I think very rarely, somebody will be like, what about this? And everyone goes, that's brilliant. Usually there's a couple of tweaks to make. But as long as we know what we're opening with, the first couple of songs and the last one, and then in the middle, we usually have a bit of fun with it. But yeah, we don't really do anything from prior to Uprising, really. And even Uprising, we haven't played for a long time. We're just getting to that point now. There's so many, the material from the newer albums performs so well, and that's kind of when people have got into the band for the most part, you know. So it feels weird to play anything before that. If enough people ask us for it, maybe we will at some point, but at the moment they're quite happy with the last. Obviously we're going to be promoting Zenith as well, so we'll see.
So you say...
this up, just last point on that, this upcoming tour, we only have 25 minutes for the set.
Oh, wow, that's even...
It'll be very short and very sweet, I'm afraid.
That's tough, wow. Tough for choosing the songs, right? Tough in that sense, wow.
Very.
So you're the manager of both bands. Do you have any help on the road as far as a road manager or stuff like that, or is it just a five-guy operation?
Just now, I am the day-to-day manager for the bands. We have another manager, my boss, Adam Foster. He works at 5B, so I run things for the bands day-to-day and then sort of manage the projects with him. And yeah, on the road at the moment, just financially, it's fucking expensive to travel with extra people. I'm the road manager as well, so tour manager and road manager, which is very annoying. And I look forward to the time when I don't have to do both jobs. But at the moment, I'm looking after things on the road as well. Yep.
Oh, you're doing well. Apparently, you're doing well. I mean, you hear of the band's name left and right. I mean, wherever I turn, I see Bleed From Within on tour with Megadeth, and on tour here, on tour there. Which is your favorite part of touring, Ali?
Man, I mean, playing live is really the reason we do what we do. Do you know what I mean? It's the lifeblood. It's traveling with your best mates and seeing the world and playing in front of people. Like, playing live and having a crowd respond to the music that you've created is a feeling that you just can't get anywhere else. You know, it's why we put ourselves through everything that we do. You know, everything that we, you know, you make music so you can play it live. Like, that's kind of how I view it. You know, all the parts that I write, I'm always thinking about how it will translate to a stage, and how well I can play it in that scenario.
Give us an update on Sylosis. What's going on there? You say you manage both bands, of course. Incredible. Give us an update there.
Yeah, I mean, Sylosis have been really busy as well. We've a lot of touring over the end of last year, and we were just in Australia. I was in Australia last month. I got back ago 4 weeks today, actually. And yeah, obviously we head out on this Trivium Bullet tour as well. They'll be doing the first 3.5 weeks, and then Bleed From Within fly out and do the remainder of the tour. So yeah, both bands very busy at the moment, keeping me on my toes. It's a good time.
Here's a weird question. You guys have worked with a bunch of bands over the years. Which is the band that you're a bit starstruck there? I guess working with a rock star, I guess.
I think if I ever met Tool, I would probably be quite starstruck. I don't tend to get starstruck anymore. I've kind of met... it sounds a bit crazy to say, but I've kind of met everyone that I've wanted to meet, you know. Very, very fortunate to be in that position, obviously.
Nice, yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I think I'm so, like, when you meet these people, you're so in awe of them and you respect them so much. There's kind of like, I always want to ask questions, so I go the other way. It's kind of like I'm starstruck, but I'm just like, you're fucking great. I've got so much respect for you. Can you tell me X, Y, Z? You know, I usually turn it on and start talking to people. But yeah, I'd probably say, I don't know why, but like Danny Carey or Maynard James Keenan or something like that, that'd be a scary one.
Nice, wow. So before I let you go, Ali, what's next on your agenda here? Besides rehearsals, of course.
Yeah, like the Trivium Bullet tour is going to keep me in the States for 7.5 weeks, so that's a long one. And then I go into summer shows with both bands. We've obviously got the Bleed From Within album release coming up on 4th of April. really excited to get that out there and just share it with everyone, man. We've been working on this for a long time, been sitting on it for what feels like forever now. So I just want to get out there, get it into the open, and then look, it's non-stop touring with both bands, and back to writing as soon as we can. I just want to keep going, keep it busy, and see the world.
Are you human? you're just not. You're non-stop. Or you just don't stop.
That's it, man. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Awesome. I'm in Texas, so hopefully I'll catch you on tour sometime with either band.
I've got a lot of time for Texas, my man. A lot of time for Texas. Great place.
It is, right? Yeah. So we'll see you in Texas sometime. Thank you for your time, Ali. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much, man. Take care, all right?
And there you had it. Ali Richardson, the UK drummer in the metal scene, talking about the band's new album, Zenith. Album number 7 as far as full-length albums go, right? You guys can find it now, stream it, download it, purchase it, so on and so forth. It dropped on April 4th of 2025. Zenith. Catch it. Nuclear Blast Records presents. And also don't forget to support his other band, Sylosis. Path EP dropped October 3rd of 2024. And if you are into metalcore, these are your bands. And we thank Ali for talking about his upbringings and his choice of music and stories from the highway, from the road, shall we say. He shares stories of people he's met, rock stars, whether he's starstruck or not anymore, and he talks about that, right? So thank you, Ali, and thank you guys for supporting the podcast. As always, much appreciated. All the way from the state of Texas, your friend James welcomes you and thanks you once more. Don't forget to keep it metal.
That metal interview.